Okay, so we're back in the exact same place that we just uh, finished. And now what we want to do is refine this a little bit more. What if we open this guy up and first I'm going to take my box and I'm going to move it not that way. I'm going to move it this way and then maybe make it a little longer. There we go. Get just so I can have it activate sooner rather than being directly under it. And now what I want to do is I want to set it up so that people know it's not like a total surprise or anything like that. So I can actually set it up so that people get a message and have some instruction in what to do. So if I go to add component, I can type text and I'm going to grab a text render. And I'm going to bring this up and we're going to look at it. Looks like I need to do a 180. And we can see it in the viewport. We should be able to see it. Let's see. Maybe there it is. I'm in upside down world. So we're going to do a 180 like this and a 180 like this. Yeah, good one. Good one. Put the light upside down and cause all kinds of problems. So now in the text, I'm going to say press right trigger to turn on the light. You dummy. All right. So now obviously I need to go into my text world size and I can scale this down and move this guy in place and we can barely see that. So what I want to do is move it there and then we're going to change the render color to something a little more visible and hit compile. And we want to make sure that that text is pretty far forward. So we'll bring it, well, actually, I take that back. We'll move it towards the back of the box. Okay. So the idea is that when we go into the box, we see the message and it tells us what to do. So now we're going to start combining things. If we go to the event graph, we're going to grab that text render and drag that in. And I don't want that text to show up unless we overlap the box. Right? I don't want it just floating there all the time. So I'm actually going to disconnect the spotlight for a second, and I'm going to enable the text instead to become visible. And now I'm going to bring back the toggle visibility. And I think here what we can do is drag the light to there and then toggle the visibility by this. And what did I say? Press trigger. Okay, cool. All right, so now we take another good look at that. Event begin play, enable the input, get the player controller. We walk in the box, the text will show up. And when we leave the box, the text will turn off. Don't forget, I'm unchecking new visibility here. And then when I'm in the box, the trigger, or sorry, when I'm aware of that functionality, then I can use the trigger. Okay. Now, if we wanted to, we could combine it so that the trigger only works when we're in the box. And the way that we would do that is by enabling input when we step in the box. So not to make this overly complicated, but right now the enable input is happening by hitting play. But we also have the option to disable that, and we can enable the input when we simply move into the box, and then we're going to chain that to the set visibility. So now it's a chain of events. Player walks into the box, enables the input, and immediately sets the visibility of the text render. Okay. Then, because input has been enabled, the trigger will allow us to turn the light on and off. Now, what if we want to disable, like the trigger shouldn't work unless we're in the box, right? So what we're going to do is right click and type disable. Disable input. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to drag a wire to disable input and then chain that to this one. And then you'll notice player controller. So we need to do that as well. So now we should be good to go. So let's close this, give it a shot. And let's get in position. And then now, there it is, I'm in the box. Press right trigger to turn on the light, you dummy. Yay, light is on. Okay, and if I hit the trigger, light goes off. On, off. So now if I turn around and I teleport here and I look back, the text is gone and my trigger does nothing. So I have to be in there to read the message and turn on the light. If I leave the box with the light on, it doesn't turn off, but I can't turn it off either. I have to go back in the box to do that. I'm sure I'm saying lots of obvious things, but it's a challenge to be thorough with so many moving parts. Okay, done.